This tutorial is to show how to replace an MDF or touchscreen on a Toyota Prius. I'm Stacy and this is Zoe. Hi Zoe. She thinks she's going on a ride, but we're not. Maybe later. So, my MDF has had some problems, and I'm sure yours has too, if you're watching this. It doesn't touch in certain areas of the screen. Also, I can't control the climate or many other things. Like, for some reason I push the positive and it goes more negative. But regardless, the solution is to just replace the screen. So what will you need? The tools, believe it or not, are pretty basic and something that you probably already have at home, other than the MDF, which I will include a link of where to get it because they're awesome. You're going to need a flathead, and that is we're going to use it as prying, a Phillips head, pliers, and a socket wrench with a 10mm attachment or socket. I also have just an extension on it just to make it a little easier. And masking tape. Masking tape protects your plastic when you go and pry things off. Also with the pliers, I just found that I want to protect them from scraping the copper wires or taking the plastic, the insulation off from around the wires and exposing any electrical. That's not good. So I just protect my pliers as well. So as you saw, there are some issues with the MDF, but we're going to go through and I'll show you how you can replace it. Quite simply, you don't need to be an electrician or a mechanic. You can do this yourself. I promise. I didn't think I could, but you can. So here we are. Let me just get a better angle for you. I think that's pretty good. The first thing you're going to do is use your Phillips head, and right above the hood release, you are going to take a screw out. Put that in the cup holder. You're going to use your mini pry bar, your flathead, next. One thing to keep in mind, actually, is the Toyota locking system of the dash is pretty simple, believe it or not. I'll show you the tab system, but we need to work bottom to top, left to right to get to the center. Oh, you want to turn your car off too. That's not a good thing. So, we're going to start at the bottom, left. We took a screw out right above the dash. I'm sorry, right above the hood release. And now we want to, don't be afraid. You're not going to break anything. You're not going to scratch anything if you have protection on your flathead. And you're going to pop this vent off. Use your muscles, and there's the vent. No electrical, nothing attached. And as you can see, the Toyota system has yellow tabs, and they always go in slots. So anytime you see a tab, know that it clicks into something. It makes the job a little easier. Now there's another screw here we need to take out, and that's at the very bottom of the left vent that we just took out. And although I kind of broke the rule and went top, we need to go bottom. We need to pop this a little bit. There we go. And you see how right above loosened up? You might have to use a little more muscle in yours, just because I've done this before, or a few times, and mine's quite loose because of that. So as you can see, I have the bottom panel loose. Next thing I want to do is loosen up the top panel. And that's where your power button to your car is. So I'm going to use my screwdriver again and a little bit of muscle and take the top dash off. And you can see that's our electrical cord right there. Let me make sure you can see what I see. So I wanted to get a different angle for you. We took the bottom panel off after we took the vent and the two screws in the vent out. Screw, vent, screw. Now we have the top panel off, and this is pretty important because it's the first electrical we're dealing with, but don't worry, you don't have to be an electrician or anything. Right here, you want to pull at the very bottom. Don't pull at the top, don't pull in the middle, the very bottom. And I'm going to use my pliers just because it's a little easier for me. So I'm just going to squeeze and pull, and there it is. So I'm going to work my way in towards the center. Next thing I need to do is pop this bottom out, and I need to get my screwdriver underneath and really work at it. Pop it out, pry it out. There's another electrical attached. It's to your parking button, but you know what? If you're gentle, I'm just gonna place it to the side because you really don't need to take that electrical out. I took the power electrical out for the power button just so it was out of the way. Okay, one more panel. That's the right vent, furthest right of the MDF, but also the left leg vent of the passenger. Pop that out. Mine goes a little easier because I've done this a few times. Don't worry, you're going to need to use some muscle. You'll have a mess, but don't stress out. I'm sure you're doing a great job. And right now, mine is a little different, but you'll be using your socket wrench. I have a Phillips head screw in there because I've lost the original nuts, but know that when I use my Phillips head, you'll be using your socket wrench because there's 2 screws on either side of your MDF, and you need to take those out. So let's take these out. I'm not sure if you can see, but it doesn't matter because yours are different anyways, and we all know how to take screws out. Just make sure you don't lose them. It's a little bit of a pain to replace them, but they are replaceable. So try your best to keep them, the originals. Okay, now that I have everything unattached from the MDF, I'm going to grab it with 2 hands and pull hard. Oh, there you go. You're going to have 4 electrical components attached. These are a little simpler for me. I don't know why the power button didn't want to release, but they're all tabs that you push down on to release. So 1, 2, 3. Let's just check this out. And if it doesn't work, just use your pliers. 3, 4. Okay. So this is the old MDF, and we're going to put the new one in. Here's the new MDF, and you don't have to worry about keeping track of the cords. They're all so unique that you'll figure it out where to put them back into. Like I said, you don't have to be tethered into one neat cord or plug. Just make sure. Okay, I heard a click now. And down here. And the very last one. Okay, so all my 4 electrical cords are plugged in. I'm going to, with the force I pulled it out, is probably the force I'm going to need to push it back in. We're going to reverse the whole process now. So I'm going to make sure everything's lined up. push it in. See that seam there? I don't want that. So I'm going to pull it out again. And there we go. No seam, nice and flat. And I'm going to reverse the process. Put the screws in on either side. Again, you're using a socket. And you should be. If not, just wash your screws just like I did. Right, so? Did Mama lose her screws down in the dash somewhere? Well, one's in the Lowe's parking lot. Okay, and we're going to work our way back, pop that in, make sure the seam's nice at the bottom. This goes over the shift and to the left side of the MDF. I love that click sound. Now we'll put our power back on. Don't worry, it won't reset anything when you unplug it. It's not going to reset your mileage or miles per gallon or anything like that. So, like I said, you have a mess on your hands, but don't think you're going to hurt anything. So I'm going to plug that back in. All right. So the top dash. I need to make sure the power cord is plugged in. And it is. I heard a click. And I'm going to make sure my tabs at the top are in. And if it's not perfectly aligned, don't worry. You can pop it back out and get it aligned. It's not like a permanent clip. So I'm going to get this in. The bottom dash now, below the steering wheel. Pop it. And the very bottom dash, you can pop in now too. Again, make sure your tabs are lined up. If not, you might have to do some disassembling and reassemble. All right, I love those clicks. Now I'm going to get my 2 screws in. Black screws with my Phillips head. That in all of 10 minutes you replaced a touchscreen, saving yourself. I got quoted around $4,000. I'm not sure what you got quoted at, but I think my MDF cost $350 on eBay. Voila, there you go. Look at that. Now let's just make sure it works. What do you think, Zoe? You relaxing? It's tough work, isn't it? She's not having any of it. She's like, listen, lady, I'm retired. Okay, so here we go. I turned on my screen and my... Oh, it's my blinker. Okay, let's see here. Oh, it's already orange sticker. Let's see if I can turn up the brightness. Oh wow, look at that. I can turn it up already. Let's go to audio. I can touch. I can touch. I can touch. All right. Climate. Nice. Beautiful. This is great. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed, and ask me any questions or comments if you need to. Say bye, Zoe. Bye.